Hi, Andy here, the author of the Make Each Click Count book series and host of the Make Each Click Count podcast. Today's question is one I absolutely love because it speaks to the biggest frustration most advertisers face. How do I use Target ROAS to actually maximize profits without wasting a bunch of clicks on junk traffic? Solid question. And if you've ever tested Target ROAS and thought, this isn't working, you're not alone. A lot of people slap it on their campaigns and expect magic, but Target ROAS is a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. And if you don't set it up right, you'll either choke your traffic or spend money with nothing to show for it. Let's break down how to make Target ROAS work the right way. Let's start with what Target ROAS actually is. Target ROAS, return on ad spend, is a smart bidding strategy where you tell Google, hey, I want X dollars back for every dollar I spend. So if you set a Target ROAS of 500%, you're saying, for every $1 in ad spend, give me $5 in revenue. Now this sounds great in theory. You tell Google your goal, it goes off and finds high converting traffic. Easy, right? Wrong. If you haven't set the foundation, and if you've read the 2022 edition of Make Each Click Count, you know I preach this constantly. Strategy without structure is wasted spend. Step 1, segment first, then automate. One of the biggest mistakes I see? People applying Target ROAS to a campaign that has hundreds or thousands of products lumped together. This is like putting a cruise control setting on a car with no brakes, no steering, and a broken windshield. Before you even think about Target ROAS, you need clean segmentation. That means segmenting by product category, segmenting by margin, segmenting by performance history. You wouldn't want to apply the same Target ROAS to high margin items as you would to low margin ones, right? That's like betting on all horses to win with the same odds. Doesn't make sense. In Make Each Click Count, I walk through how to use custom labels to segment product groups. So if you haven't done that, go back and get your house in order first. Step 2, use real historical data to set your target. Here's where most beginners, and even some seasoned pros, mess up. They pick an arbitrary ROAS target like 500% or 800% because, well, it sounds good. But if your historical campaign performance is hovering at 300%, asking Google to hit 800% overnight is like trying to jump from junior varsity to the NBA in one season. Instead, look at your historical ROAS per segment over the last 30 to 90 days. Use that as your benchmark. Let's say your branded campaigns average a 900% ROAS, and your non-branded category campaigns average 400%. You wouldn't set the same target for both. Start realistic, then optimize. I like to increase the target in small increments like 10 to 15% once you've stabilized traffic and are hitting goals. Step 3, don't mix campaign types. Another critical point, do not mix Smart Shopping or Performance Max with Standard Shopping when testing Target ROAS across overlapping products. Why? Because Performance Max and Smart Shopping take priority over Standard Shopping. If you're applying a different ROAS strategy in each, it creates bidding confusion, and you won't have clear insight into what's working. You need campaign isolation. Choose your bidding method, align it with a single campaign structure, and build clean walls between experiments. Think of it like managing investment portfolios. You don't track growth stocks and bonds in the same spreadsheet column. Same here. Step 4, monitor impression share and click volume closely. Once you switch to Target ROAS, expect a few things to happen. You'll probably see fewer clicks, at least initially. Your impression share will change, possibly drop. Your conversion rate should increase because Google is filtering for high-intent traffic. This is normal, but here's the trap. If you set the target too high too quickly, you'll strangle your traffic. The algorithm will say, cool, I can't find anyone who meets your requirements, and your campaign will stall. What I do, and what I recommend, is monitor. Impression share, lost due to rank. Click share, conversion volume. If conversions drop sharply without a rise in ROAS, your target's too aggressive. Dial it back. Step 5, pair with negative keyword sculpting, even in PMax. This is an advanced move, but one of my favorite techniques. Even when using automation, you can still manually influence traffic by controlling what kinds of searches your campaigns appear for. In standard shopping, use negative keywords to block unqualified traffic, terms like cheap, free, or general non-intent queries. In Performance Max, use brand exclusions and audience signals to shape who Google targets. Remember, automation is great, but you're still the boss. Guide the machine. Step 6, ROAS should not equal to profit. Let me say that again. High ROAS doesn't always mean high profit. One of the biggest myths in e-commerce advertising is that a 1,000% ROAS is always better than 400%. Not true. A 400% ROAS on a high margin item could earn you more profit than a 1,000% ROAS on a low margin product. That's why I recommend always analyzing profit per click, not just ROAS. In my agency, True Online Presence, we build custom dashboards for clients so they can see what actually puts money in the bank, not just what looks good in Google Ads. If you're not there yet, start simple. Look at product margins and compare ROAS across those ranges. That'll get you 80% of the way there. Final thoughts. Target ROAS isn't a magic button. It's a powerful tool when used correctly, but only after your campaigns are segmented, your targets are realistic, and your traffic is clean. Let's recap. Segment your products using custom labels before applying target ROAS. Use historical data to set realistic starting ROAS targets. Avoid overlapping campaign types with different bid strategies. Monitor impression share, clicks, and conversions during the transition. Sculpt traffic with negatives and exclusions, even in automated campaigns. And always measure profitability, not just return on ad spend. If you treat target ROAS like a scalpel instead of a hammer, it'll help you eliminate waste and scale your profit. If you have a question on online advertising or need more tips on e-commerce marketing, let me know on my YouTube channel, within the Make Each Click Count Facebook group, or send me an IM or email at info@makeeachclickcount.com, and I'd love to help. And until next time, happy marketing.